Chatty Chatot here, and welcome to another random vlog, guys. It is another vlog. So, what's this vlog about, Chatty? What are you doing today, Chatty? You haven't done a really weird vlog in a while. I can tell you. That's changing today. So we're doing something a bit different today, and I'm going to show you the maker side of me. It's for me. This video is for my amazing husband, my amazing other half, and also known, you would know him as Mattling, or Birb Support, or just Birb Husband. You see him, or well, hear him most of the time when I'm streaming, and he is the best support he is just amazing. There are no words to describe how amazing my husband is. And I wanted to get him, with this being, because we got married this year, so I'm officially Bird Wife, he's officially Bird Husband. I wanted to do something a little bit different this year for Christmas, because this is our first Christmas as husband and wife. And I'm scheming. Don't worry, Mattling, because I know you're probably watching this after the fact. It isn't anything terrible, as you probably know by now. So, my bird husband doesn't have a bird hub like I do in regards for playing games and stuff. He just has a Steam Deck, which there's nothing wrong with that. But when it comes to like the practicality of playing and being on stream, like playing the more powerful games, it struggles. It does struggle with certain games. I mean, Steam's really good at highlighting, like with the different tier system of what's good, what's not, what it's going to struggle with. And there's just some games that are a bit unplayable for Mattling, especially if he's doing Discord with me as well, because you guys wouldn't be able to hear him without Discord, because he hasn't got like a microphone hooked up to my computer or anything like that. So, like any other good bird wife, I decided to give him an upgrade. Okay, it's not portable, but my god, it can do VR and it's strong enough for him to do the games he wants, like Dwarf Fortress and really gnarly Factorio saves. I got him a PC. He knows this. Well, he would know this now because you're going to see his reaction to this PC. It's powerful enough, alright, but I can hear you saying, Chatty, that's good and well and all, and congratulations to your bird husband who finally has like a proper PC base now, but you said you were making something. This is correct, I am making something, and it's got something to do with this PC. There's basically a mass amount of space, which I know I don't want to interfere with the airflow too much, but I want to fill that empty space because it looks not the prettiest computer in the world when looking at the side panel, but basically there's a lot of room for where it separates between the graphics card and where the power supply is. So I kind of want to make a little diorama down there to theme the computer. Now, I'm not going to just stick figures in there and call it a day. Oh no, I'm going to do a little bit of a landscape. And it's going to be, like I've already said the game, Factorio related. Of course it is. So, without further ado, let's do some research, shall we? Right, step one. We need to look at models. We need 3D models to start off with to make a design. And look no further than Yegi. So Yegi is a 3D model / 3D print search engine. So if you're looking for a print to look and you want a search engine that looks through all the websites, like if you do 3D printing, you'll be familiar with Printables, Cult 3D, Thingiverse, are just to name a few. And looking through, there are quite a few models. One of them I've actually printed before, but the one that I'm interested in, because I was thinking, oh, we could get some of these these little models and put them all together and see what we can do. But there's one better that I've found which will make my life so much easier, which is this model here. So this model is a diorama that someone has made. I don't know whether they've had the same idea. It's a free diorama. There you go, Factorio diorama. So what I'm thinking is we could easily add this into this and build around it. And it's even in like separate pieces. So we can do the bug separately. I believe we can do its legs from its body separately. The gun turrets are separate. The train's separate. You can even just do the train and then the background. This is kind of what I'm looking for. This would be... I'm going to curse my own words there. I'm not going to say that this is easy to do because it won't be. But this is easier than me having to wing it and then trying to bring it all together in Blender, because I do know how to use Blender, but I am not efficient in it. Not yet. I will go over a video of how I'm teaching myself with that at one point when I feel like I've actually got it in my head. But I feel like this is a good start. They look pretty good. It's a free model. It says it's got a back plate on. Is a little tricky. I'm gonna have to have a look at the sizes and stuff, and we'll have a quick look at these files and see if it's feasible, whether we can even print these, because they might be too big, might be too small. But if it's too small, we could size it up. So let's have a quick look at that. Right guys, we've got this open in the 3D printing software that I use, which is Cura, which a lot of people use Cura. But as you can see, we've got a little bit of an issue here because it doesn't actually fit on the bed. It's too big, which, to be honest, looking at the size of it, this diorama is too big, which isn't bad news because we can shrink it. We could easily shrink this. It's not going to be too hard to do. I mean, we can do it now. Where the problem's going to be is how much do we shrink it by? Because we have to keep in mind, this is 100% size. This is how all the other models that relate to this, because like I said, it's in pieces. All the other parts of this are going to be all 100%. So we've got to remember what we put our background as and then scale that the same. So I've either got to make a very big biter, or I'm going to have to be careful with how this shrinks down. 95% actually fits. So we could just literally knock it down by 5%, but I'd probably start with this background first, the train track, and then build everything up from there. Because there's several different ways that they've done it. They've split it into individual pieces and then they've clipped a load together. So I think the plan's going to be, we're going to do this diorama. We're going to like try and make it that it goes past the holes without disturbing anything at the bottom. But I think the major thing is we found our model. We found a model that we want to put in this PC. At least we've done our main part of research, and we might add some more models to this, depending. But we'll see. So excuse the bad camera work, but we've done the files as I would have shown you quickly. We've put them on the DS card that we use for this. So the 3D printer I use is an Ender 3S1. I've had good experiences with this machine and bad experiences, but nothing horrific. I mean, I'm not an expert in 3D printing at all. I'm still learning, but I think that's the whole point. But this machine is definitely one of the better machines to start off with because it's not that expensive and you can get into the 3D printing. As I was showing you, we've sent things to print, and we've got our background. It came off pretty nicely. As you can see, it looks really nice. It came out really nicely, and I want it in this grey because that would be easy to I would prefer white, but it means I don't have to do the rails. I might just texture the actual rock part of the rails, but it came out like a dream. We are just currently printing the train that goes on top of this because I wanted the train. You can print a version with the train already on this, but I wanted a train that actually moved. The problem children though, I generally thought the biter was going to be the problem child. No, not at all. If we sift through my horrific bin, here is the problem child. This happens in 3D prints. It actually came off the actual bed and it's spaghettified. The solid version of this also did this, so I'm gonna have to recaliper this bed. After this is printed, I've literally got 2 gun turrets to do, and then we are in business. So that's my update so far, and yeah, we'll switch to a bit later when we've got all the parts. Ooh.
So I've got to be quiet because Matt's just in the next room and I've had to finish this off whilst he's sleeping, but we finished paint. I didn't show the rest because Matt was getting a bit suspicious, but we have finished the diorama and it looks freaking amazing. I'm very tempted to like texture this with clay, but I'm running out of time. We'll have to see if I've got time to even do the clay part. But the actual like things are really good. They're really detailed. They came out all right in print. There was some bodges, as you can see, but I kind of like that a little bit. Also these move. Pew, pew, pew. But yeah, they all move. They're still setting a little bit, but they do indeed move. Even the bug is not attached. You can move him, the biter, and he turned out great. Even though like you can see some texture, but it kind of adds to it. He looks fantastic. Diorama complete. So first stage complete. Now we just got to put this in the PC, which you guys haven't seen yet, so we better go and do that. So Matt's with a friend right now and catching up and everything. I've left them to it because we're going to try and wrap this today. I'm being quiet because I don't want him to hear me. So we're going to see whether we can get the thing in there and test it out, and then I'm going to hide it again, but I'm going to make the box accessible so that I can just take it out when it's ready and then you can't see what this is. So let's wrap this box, take the thing out and see what happens. So this is the PC. I've just taken the glass off. I'm doing it down here and trying to be as quiet as I can because I've got to do this. And as you can see, at the moment it doesn't look like anything special, but how does that look? It looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. It doesn't look bad. mean, I'm not going to throw this in and say this is theming. I would add more at the bottom, but I can do that at another date when he's got this, because I'm running out of time and there's no way I can do more dioramas. There's another one I could do, but I don't know whether I have the time to sneakily do it, so we will either put it down here or on there. I'll have a look both ways and take pictures and put them side by side and see what I like, so we'll go from there. So yeah, I mean, luckily there's nothing down here for me to break really. There's some resistors and stuff there, but nothing that I'm putting models there are going to do. The only reason, like, I'm not putting it up here is because also it will block the airflow across the graphics card and the outtake as well, which is no good, because otherwise we might end up with a hot CPU, which is no good. So maybe just models up here of all the bugs. Maybe have some bugs falling down the cables and stuff and flicking down here. That would be kind of cool. We could probably do that. We could probably get away with that because they're low to the ground. So maybe having a couple of these guys like that, like crawling around. I think we could get away with that because they're below the fans, so the airflow won't be too bad. So I think for now it's going to be down here. Anyway, I'm going to pack this up. I've taken photos and I'm so happy with the way that it looks in the case. I can't wait to see it lit up, to see what it looks like. I'm not going to do that now. I'm going to do that on Christmas Eve and see what it looks like then. Alright, so I've just tested the computer to make sure it actually turns on, because that would be a bummer if he got up here, got dead excited and the machine didn't turn on. So I've checked that, it's fine. I've just grabbed the colour remote that came with it to change it to like a more Factorio-y orangey colour. He can change it to whatever colour he wants after that, and also just to check that everything looks good, and it does. It looks really good. It looks like the whole thing's invested. It's kind of good. It's a shame we don't have the extension here, because I think that would have really finished it, but I think printing these extra bugs was the way forward, because that's just added a little bit more life to it. Like I said, it's a shame this cable's in the way so you can't see the full Factorio, but I think it's the thought that counts, and it looks great. So what I'm going to do now is to connect the keyboard, connect the mouse, put the glass back in and put that on, stripping the glass safety stuff, and then I'm just going to call it a day. And then I'm going to do a little bit of cable management, so he doesn't have to do it, so I'm the one who has to do it. I'm the one who has to do it. Yay, I love cable management. And then it's all set up, ready for tomorrow, and I can't wait to see his face when he sees not only the computer, but it's a Factorio computer. Yay! Okay, I promised I wouldn't record again, but I've just put on the glass and it looks amazing. He's gonna be so excited, and he's just knocked on the door. I've told him he's banished. He cannot come in here anymore. He's banished, officially, until tomorrow. So excited. So Mattling got a note to say go into the office on Christmas Day. Do you want to open the office door?
Is this mine?
Yes, it's yours, but look in, sit down and look inside it.
GeForce RT. Oh, there's bugs everywhere. Holy shit.
I like he's reading the graphics card and didn't notice the bugs.
Oh my god, there's bugs everywhere, and there's a Factorio train and lasers, or gun turrets and lasers.
And Factorio
That's
at the
what
back.
you're trying to print.
They're biters.
And the bit you're struggling to print is the pylons, right?
Mm-hmm. I got there.
Is this a Factorio PC?
It is a Factorio
Is
PC.
this because my laptop blew up playing Factorio?
Yes, it is.
It's gonna turn it on.
Yes. It's powerful enough that you can plug your VR headset in and it can handle VR.
This button?
Yes button. Press the button.
Do the bugs stay in there?
Yes.
Are they okay in there?
Yeah, they're okay.
They're
in
gonna
there.
melt, are they?
No. They shouldn't do. Shouldn't get that hot.
They're gonna get sucked into the fans.
No.
Did
No,
you glue them on?
No, I haven't glued them on. They can move. You can move them about the way that you want. Same with the gun turrets. They move about.
How did you place them on the wire?
With great difficulty.
So we don't have an earthquake.
It's the UK. What do you expect? We're not going to have an earthquake. The train also moves, by the way.
The train moves. as
Yes,
well.
the train moves along the track.
There's a 500 gigabyte solid state drive in there.
Mm-hmm.
It's tiny.
What?
The drive is tiny, isn't it?
The GPU?
500 gigabyte solid state drive.
That's not too tiny. That's a lot of memory.
No, I mean physically.
Yeah, yeah, they are tiny.
It's a little block.
I thought you were like, that's not enough memory for me.
I don't mean.
How dare you?
I mean, just looking at it there. Last time I put one in, it was that big.
Well, this is yours. This is your hub.
Been a very long. It's been about 10 years since I had a computer.
Well, you've got one now.
Should we choose English?
Yeah, I think that's advised.
Where's the mouse?
That is the mouse.
There it is. Oh, it moves fast.
Are you going to set it up now so it's downloading all the stuff that you want?
Oh yeah, of course. I have a million games to download.
You're going to have to give it a name. Mine's the Birb Hub, so what hub's yours? Yours just the Factorio Hub.
Maybe the cog machine or
Cog
whatever.
machine.
What are the specs? What kind of specs?
So it is. Ooh, I'm trying to remember the specs now off the top of my head. So it's i5
Yeah.
Intel. It's fan cooled, as you can see.
Yeah.
It's NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3050, I think, something like that. 3050. It's got 500 gigabyte solid state drive, 16 gig of RAM. So it's like I said, it's powerful enough. And yeah, and it's got, I can't remember what the case is called.
I have many games I want to play.
Like that you couldn't play on the deck.
Yes.
Are you admitting that there's certain games you couldn't play on the deck?
There's a lot of games I couldn't play on the day.
Well, you can now. Are you excited?
Yes! Yes!
And so, hello, Future Chatty here. We are fully into the new year now, and Mattling has had a really good play of his new gaming PC that he has finally christened the Biter Hub. And he loves it. It plays the games all that he wants, and it's got a little bit of theming for him that relates to him. And as you can see, he was very excited, and he hasn't been off it since. I think he's only very rarely played at the Steam Deck, but now he can play a lot more of the games, and he can actually join in with a lot more of the streams as well, if he wants to. And so, guys, I hope you enjoyed that crafty side of me. If you do want to see me do more 3D prints, 3D models, that kind of thing, how I do the digital art side of things, then just let me know. Again, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you're having a good start of your new year. Anyway, guys, if you haven't already, please like, please subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you guys know exactly when I'm uploading. As for when I'm streaming, come follow me at twitch.tv/Chatty Chatot. Hit the heart, you know exactly when I'm streaming. Anyway, guys, I've chatted enough as per normal. I'm going to get back to doing normal videos now. But remember, guys, chat on!